midst of all the billions of dollars that they use to try to, make the narrative go the way they want it to go, we like that chihuahua at his ankle, just keep nipping at him, just keep nipping at him and whatnot.
But I kind of, not to this the Chihuahua, but fuck that dog. It reminds me of it reminds me of the Battle of Jericho
Wow.
when they walked around
I-
Jericho.
Salakia. I went live on the channel that I usually don't go live on.
And it's fine.
And but on the big channels, on Malcolm, the GMS, Maccabean Spirit and Maccabean Spirit
On the
Bot,
same time, the same night.
they won't.
It show you that
So it's
they're
letting me
okay.
go live on the smaller channel.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
And that's just so they can put a strike on it, because this is the one that hurts
So they
them.
try to control the
Yeah.
narrative.
Yeah, they're trying to control the narrative, man. Yeah, these cats think they slick, man.
Okay.
Hey, but this is all a part of the Most High, wrapping this thing up as well, because like in that Proverbs 21, it talks about how the king's heart, right, the king's mind is in the hand of the Lord. He, the Most High God, turneth it whithersoever He will. So the truth had to, just like the scripture says, the truth is the word of God is going to be taught all around the world, and then shall the end come, roughly paraphrasing. But it had to get out there so the elect can be sealed, and for all those to hear it and reject it, so the Lord can come and put a judgment on those who rejected it and save those who receive the truth, right? But it's going to be a point in time where, like the scripture says, it's going to be a famine of the word. So the men of the Lord are not going to be out on the highways and byways. They're going to ultimately, restrict this World Wide Web more and more and more, to where they're not going to have our videos out, up, and allowing it to, be put up at all.
And I believe that sooner than later.
Yep.
And then with what just happened is evidence to me, because the channels that got thousands of subscribers couldn't go live on.
Right.
All right. But this one, this is a fairly newer one. This is, matter of fact, this is my newest channel, because they were the critical race history. They were coming so hard against this. I did a second one.
Right. And so it's a smaller platform. Go ahead.
Yeah, they let me go
See,
live.
but that's Esau Edom's MO, because even when you get to the people that are notarized in the world today, the reason why they're so hard on celebrities, as soon as they open up their mouth and say the wrong thing against the system, they smash down on them because they have a platform.
Yeah.
They don't care about the nigga who only know 100 people. That don't mean shit.
Right.
But you know 100,000 people, 1,000,000 people,
Right.
and they love you.
Right.
Oh, we gotta control you.
Yeah.
Because
Just
your
saw
voice
something
can, yeah.
Salakia, didn't mean to cut you off, but Mel Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
Mel Gibson's been, shut down again. He made a statement about the Ethiopian Bible being the oldest Bible, around, and look, the Ethiopians have nothing to do with the Lord of the ancient
Right, that's
Israelites.
right.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't get it twisted.
False.
The Ethiopians, they're not Israelites. They're not a part of the tribes of Judah. Now, you had Israelites that were in Ethiopia, because the Bible tells you that. All right, but that Bible supposedly is the oldest one. But basically, what he was getting to was that Bible was in the hand of so-called black people. Mel Gibson just came out and said this, and I'm thinking to myself, then why you have all them white people in Braveheart?
Right.
You got everybody, you still got these white people running around thinking they were the Scots and the Irish, thinking that they were the Brits. No, you were not. You were not the Vikings. You were not the Spartans. That wasn't you.
Yo, Sparta!
But
they had them all beards and
man,
many froze.
it's like that God of War game, and with all the Nordic stuff, and the what's the show with Uhtred, son of Uhtred, the Last Kingdom, the Outlaw King, all these medieval time, Esau, Edom, the pale people that are ruling, or that are the dominant people that are in a portion of Asia that they call Europe today. They were not the dominant people there after the fall of Rome for 1,000 years.
Right.
All right, for that 1,000-year period. So if you go from about roughly around 300 AD, all right, all the way up and literally into the 15th century. That's when Esau Edom started coming into power in the late 1400s, 1492, when Cristobal Colon sailed, and they still didn't have all of Europe on lockdown, that portion of Asia that they call Europe, because you still had Negroes, so-called Negroes, Israelites, Huguenots. That was one of the names that they went by. The Moriscos, Morenos, the secret Jews, Christians, Moors. Well, all the different names they call themselves. They were the ruling class people. Matter of fact, one of the banners of Spain. I'm looking at Mataz with this head wrap. You know, you make that head wrap white. You know, and the pose at the end, he could be right in one of those ancient images.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Coat of arms.
the coats of arms.
I got one.
With his garment, that's what I'm seeing it right now, right in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's what the people look like that were ruling during the time, these time periods that you keep putting in your television shows and in your movies as being white. And so, racism it's funny how Esau always talks about stamping out racism and hate. When they push racism and hate, when they call you black, they push racism and hate when they try to come against the Lord being what He is. All right, look, you change definitions to hide the image of the Lord, man. Because I was listening to a video that the elder apostle Tahar was doing earlier. I was listening to it, and it was some Christian, some Edomite on there that's trying to come against the breakdown of wool and the Hebrew Israelites and he didn't want to accept what the Bible says about the color of the Lord. And it said wool is not always white, and it said it was white like wool, not the texture of wool. Why they always trying to make it the texture? And it's like, well, there are other scriptures that solidify that scripture to back that one up.
That's right.
All right, you can't get around that, man. Especially when it compares the Lord to a sardine stone,
Right.
and it compares him to you can look up a sardine stone. Just pull it up. What you got, brother?
Yahweh said that if you seen him, you seen Yahweh. In Daniel chapter 7, I believe verse 9, and tell Yahweh had woolly hair.
Hey, somebody get that scripture and bring it out.
Right.
They have a problem. That's what I'm talking about. That Moor. All right.
Yep.
And the Moors were nothing but Israelites who took on Islam. All right. As simple as that. They still were Israelites by blood.
That's okay, bro.
Yeah, is it still going? No problem.
Yeah, still
Yeah, because they really watched Malcolm and that GMS Malcolm being spirit, and I still believe they lying about it because it's been stuck at 20,800 for about 4 years now.
They lie.
Yeah, so they got it. They doing something to it.
And all the suppression of the truth is futile.
We know that the Lord is getting it out to who He wants to get it out to anyway, because it ain't about numbers. We know that the numbers are being seen way more than they acknowledge. We
Can I say one more thing?
absolutely, brother.
And they got so-called blacks on a coat of arms, and people like to say, "Oh, they're slave." You're not gonna put a damn slave on your family coat of arms.
No. Nobody would ever do it.
On the side of your right on your coat of arms. There was a lot that they told about some castle in Slovenia.
Con.
And matter of fact, and I can't find that story or those images anymore because I did a lesson on it on Maccabean Spirit probably about 4 or 5 years ago.
Too much.
But it was a castle in Slovenia that had a whole family line of black faces carved in the wall.
Ooh.
The whole, son of son of son, the son of son of, and so all the generations of this family, and then it was carved on the gates. And what they would tell the tourists, because now that castle, is a famous tourist spot now where they sit there and they eat breakfast, overlooking because the mountain is sitting up high on the hill on the mountains, and you can see down the cliff because they built it on the edge of the cliff. So it's like a hotel now in the tourist place. And what they tell the tourists when they come, they tell them a story of how the Negro that's carved on the gates and on the wall. Well, the reason he was on there is because he was a servant of the master, and he saved the master's life in a hunt. The master was almost killed in a hunt of a boar, something like that. And so out of the love of his servant, he
commemorate them.
So
first
it's like,
place
well,
you
damn,
see.
you commemorate him over your whole house. Right? It's like, well, damn, you put up his sons and his brother and his family before him, and his
no
grandfather.
picture of y'all though.
And there's no picture of y'all nowhere.
See, now it's funny because
And these are carved. So
Cut.
these were,
Yeah.
carved in the wall. So how do you explain that? And then how you tell somebody and then expect some person who thinks logically to just believe that? But you know what? That's all you need to tell for certain individuals who are pale complexion. They'll take that and run with it and put it on their news and run with it like it's gospel. This is what they do.
Now it's funny because our beloved Shazia, who always when he vacations he goes over to Europe for the majority part, and he goes to these castles and
Get these
different
pictures live.
and get pictures and so forth. Out of his testimonies, there's certain castles he go through.
Out of some of his images
Exactly.
that he's brought
Exactly.
back. I'm
Um,
gonna go to my
Mm-hmm.
to my, I call it my evidence folder.
Absolutely.
But go ahead, keep speaking, brother.
They'll let you in some castles. They won't even let
Shit,
you in
it's
at
on
all.
that phone. Damn.
And the reason why they don't let you in all because it's too damning. Then some they'll let you in, but only to certain parts, but then certain things off.
You
To
see,
the
I
point where
might
he
get lucky.
even went to one where they had a whole chamber of pictures on the wall,
Got
and
it.
then all the pictures that were lit up with lights on them were Edomitish looking pictures. Then they'll have pictures that weren't lit up, and those were dark pictures. Why you ain't got no light shining on them? As if you ran out of the budget to have a light shine on because they didn't want to highlight them because it would show too much.
Let me show you the evidence of what you just said. I'm looking at it.
And I'm about to
All
go downstairs
So here,
to the archive. I'll be
here
right
it
back.
is. Here's a picture, an image of James the Fourth portrayed. All right here.
Yes, sir.
Here it is. Okay. That's the artist depiction what the Edomites painted. But below it is the coin. All right. That's the coin of it. Now I'm gonna show you that coin enlarged. Hold on. There's the actual coin.
Night and day.
You can see
his,
clearly.
his nose.
You can see his thick lips and his nose.
Mhm.
You can, god damn it.
That's safe.
Have a number say.
Yeah.
Now I gotta find it all over again. Salaki. Here we go.
There you go. Okay. You see the big difference.
Right.
And that's a so-called.
You can
so-called
clearly
black
see
man.
his nose and his lips. That's the money, the coins that were being used.
Right.
And it don't look nothing like that guy.
And he look like he.
It looks absolutely nothing like that.
Show
that over
Here's the image that they show you.
Right.
All right. And underneath it, they actually have the coin that was used in his kingdom. Now I'm gonna show you the picture of that coin.
Sound like the first.
Yeah, clear. You can see the features. Big
Yeah.
nose, big lips. You can clearly see.
Yeah.
Completely different image.
Bad Boys.
Completely different image.
Yeah,
So they gonna paint this picture of this white guy with blonde hair
Right.
and say James.
Right.
And then they show you the coin in his kingdom.
Exactly.
You know, the bronze coin that was being used. I show it to you, brother. Oh, I thought you was on.
Yeah, they still. I'm trying, man.
Here it is,
They still
Pop.
fucking with it,
I
man.
know you live over here, so we'll bring the image.
The receipts.
Here's the receipt of what we was talking about.
Crazy.
That's the image that they
I
put
said,
up.
yeah. Cause we was trying to watch you Saturday. You know what I mean? Exactly what you said. It
And
kept
that's
blocking
the
you
coin
out.
underneath.
Yeah, y'all was watching.
Now,
We
I
always try to
also
watch
have
out.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Picture of
They,
the coin. There it is.
they was blocking y'all out. I said, damn, what's going on? I started to call you. Said, what's happening with y'all
Right,
stuff?
right,
But I figured y'all was,
So
y'all
that
knew what was
white guy
going on.
had this big lip, big thick nose.
Say,
He allowed this the image to be
coin
put
be
on
made
this
on-
coin, on his money, for his currency to be used in his kingdom. Come on, man.
Hey, like I said, that's like the first Bad Boys. Remember when they took the girl to Mike Lowry's, but Martin was there?
Right.
Why you got all these pictures?
Yeah, right.
Right.
How many times? And they showed you that in White Chicks.
Right.
When he went to Latrell's house,
Right.
right? When he was like, "Who's that big buff black guy?" Oh, that's my trainer. You know, every time I look at it, I inspire to look like that.
Right.
You know, she's like, okay, well,
Right.
you really must like your trainer
Right.
because you can love your trainer. You ain't gonna put no,
Nah.
You know-
He worshiping it.
exactly.
Right.
That's it.
But Esau is a liar, man,
And the father of it.
and Khan and the father of it. Matter of fact, let me get a scripture on that. Is that Psalms 58:3?
Yep.
Born strange from the womb, you come out speaking lies.
Yeah, well, whoever get it
That
before
not
me,
Psalm
just go ahead and get
58:3.
it.
That's Psalm 58:3.
Because while you getting that, I'm gonna go to Job 13:4.
Okay. This is Psalms chapter 58, verse 3. It says, "The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies." Right? Because that's what they were
Oh, he got the
created
one
to
I
do. Right? You have you have in the wisdom of the Most High God, there's balance, man. Everything has its opposite. So if you have a righteous nation of people, which are the Israelites, then of course you have the opposite of that, a wicked nation of people who were made
Pops,
to
did you
be
close that
the
door?
wicked nation of people.
Did you close
Now
that?
all people have delved into some wickedness, All right, but it's the nation of Esau, Edom, who were made to be the wicked, and that's why in Jeremiah it talks about among my people are found wicked men.
Yeah.
All right, and it says how they, those of our people that's wicked, it says they overpass the deeds of the wicked, who the Most High made to be the wicked. So again, the wicked are estranged from the womb. Soon as they go astray, soon as they be born speaking lies. All right, because that's what they're accustomed to. That's what they're made to do. Right? That's why it says, can a Ethiopian change his skin or a leopard his spots?
Right.
Then could he,
And when you think of that too, going back to the still touching on the same subject about the guy denying the Lord, can an Ethiopian change his skin? Can a leopard his spots? Well, the Lord also compared the Israelites' imagery to that of the Ethiopians, and we
Right.
know, and that's why the Lord left certain lands with their names and certain people in that place.
That's right.
Because well, you know, well, if an Israelite could be mistaken for an Ethiopian, you know what an Ethiopian looks like.
That's
Right.
right. That's right.
All right.
Can I finish this?
Absolutely, brother.
I never did get it. I just quoted it and didn't finish the quote. But this is Jeremiah 13 and 23. It says, can an Ethiopian change his skin or a leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. All right, and that word accustomed is from the Hebrew word lamad, which means learned in. All right, he was made to be the wicked. He was made to do evil.
And he gonna do, and that's exactly
And
what he gonna do.
Exactly what he's gonna do.
And he gonna use your people, your own people sometimes, to exercise it. Let me read this. This is Job 13 and 4, and it reads, "But ye are forgers of lies, you are all physicians of no value." All right, so you can't trust these Edomites, and you know, and you got to understand. Like I was having I met an Iskarite brother today and was chopping it up with him, and his name is Hugo. It turns out that he only lives a couple blocks from me. So you know, so I'm chopping it up with Hugo, and we're talking, you know, talking about, but basically, I'm feeding him the gospel without feeding him the gospel, you know, without getting too, you know, heavy into the scriptures to where he's, you know, but I was using the Bible and using the scriptures as a base, but you kind of know what I'm saying. I was speaking to him on a
Give
level,
some milk.
right? I was giving him milk, but also, and you know, now I'm tripped because of the face he kept making. I'm like, man, am I losing him? You know, but he was just sitting there really thinking, and then he would sit there with this fucked up look on his face, and then he'd be like, damn, bro, you right, you know. And so, you know, I'm telling them what they're planning and what they're doing, and how the economy is so messed up, and businesses are shutting down and still shutting down, still haven't recovered from the fraud that was the C19er thing.
Right.
All right, and then he was like, damn, bro, I had to shut my company down. That's why I'm doing this. He was my Uber driver.
Wow.
He's like, yeah, I had to shut my business down because it wasn't. And he was like, he said, I own a bunch of trucks, my trucking business, and I was like, because I mentioned the trucking business, you know. And so I said I was been following the trucking business for quite a few years, man, and I knew 5-6 years ago that the trucking industry was eventually going to go under. When you had all these big huge companies like Snyder and you know, when they started downsizing. Once someone downsizes, it's over. There's no coming back.
Right.
Once
know how
a
to bargain.
company
They know
begins
how
to
to bargain.
downsize, that means that industry or that thing is on its way out. When they start downsizing and letting people go, just 2 days ago, 75,000 people got laid off here in America. Added to the millions that I already have. 75,000 people in one fucking day. And most of those, that was 2 days ago.
Wow.
And most of those people were in the tech industry and tech support. So that means a lot of them women that you see be sitting in the Starbucks
Computers
and in the
got their
the Foxtrot, well, no longer the Foxtrot in Wicker Park, Bucktown, 'cause that was shut down. But when they be sitting in Six Corners is dead, man.
Man.
Six Corners is dead.
And that
Very
used to
few.
be
That
juking.
bank, it's dead.
Yeah, the bank ain't even the bank no more. They made it Walgreens, and now
And now
Walgreens
Walgreens,
ain't even there.
and the only reason they ain't tore the building down because it has landmark status,
Yeah,
and
and
all
that's-
the graffiti people are fucking it up.
Yeah.
The taggers are just tagging over there. And that's
That's
really
old,
nice.
and it's like a triangle building because
Yeah,
it's,
man.
It's like this right here
With the really
But
thick
with
walls and all the
yeah.
Edomite pillars and the
Yeah.
poles at the top. When you go inside, they don't build shit like that no more, man.
Alright.
But outside, they just tagging the shit out of it, you know. But yeah, Six Corners is dying. But that's just a sign of America. It's dying and downsizing. And most of the women that sit up in those Starbucks, when I'm moving about during the day, going back and forth to my clients and back and forth to the dojo, y'all them chicks sitting there in the chairs with their legs crossed in yoga stance, tapping on the computer. You don't see them like you used to. You know?
Even by the pizza joint we used to go
Yeah,
to.
right there. That's what I'm talking about. Only that side, all the businesses are fine.
Right.
But everything on done.
Yeah. Because it's drying up.
Mm-hmm.
It's drying up. And that's the beautiful thing, because Esau Edom's going to tell you one thing in the narrative, but in actuality, it's the 100% opposite. You got Esau, you got Elam, you got heathens in all races now complaining about how hard it is to survive in America.
Yeah,
And how bad it is in America.
And at the same time that's happening, Esau's trying to put Jake against Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I'm gonna give you an example. This is out of the New York Post.
Mm.
Chicago gangbangers rage against newly arrived Venezuelan migrants as Trende de Aragua moves in. City is going to go up in flames. And this is about the New York Times. What's the day? The 22nd or the 23rd? So this was today. All right. And it says Chicago, after serving 20 years in a state prison for murder, former gangbanger Tyrone Muhammad never expected. So we already see he ain't got no wisdom at all. All right. He got these long ass dreads. His name is Muhammad. All right. It says never expected to return to the city's tough South Side and find Venezuelan migrants and criminal Trend de la Aragua gang moving in. So not just Venezuelan people, migrants. They got to be the Trend de Aragua.
Right.
All right, and still when we go to the hood, they ain't banging on each other. They getting along, smoking weed and everything else, and doing dirt together. And the Venezuelans are doing dirt better, and that's probably why some Jake mad.
Right.
Because they, you know.
But we got the handout on top of the doing better.
There you go. But it says, but Mohammed 53, who's gone straight and runs a street patrol and violence prevention program called Ex-Cons for Community and Social Change. Well, that's going to turn and get labeled as gangbangers sooner or later. Venezuelan criminal gangs flooding the shelter and taking over apartment buildings at the last straw in African American community. So they still pushing that lie. That lie was disproved.
Debunked. Yeah.
So here that was already disproved. We watched the video right here in this room the very night that they said that these 30 migrants
Going in the old block.
was going over there with guns and whatever, and so the guys that lived there went live on the internet
It's like,
showing you that we
it's
got our
bullshit.
shit. Ain't nobody over here. That
Right.
they telling y'all some lies.
Right.
And so here we go. Well, this is weeks later. How long ago was that? Somebody
2
pull up
weeks.
their story and find out.
I think 2 or 3 weeks.
So at least 2 or 3 weeks later, the New York Post puts this up, and and you see that line that they put in there. Let me go back and find that line.
Now you remember when it was earlier this year, I was picking you up from somewhere, and we was driving down Halsted, and we saw Venezuelans and Jake just kicking and chilling. See,
We were on our way to the pit.
You're at con, and it was like, y'all, this is y'all stupid.
Yeah,
what
they
y'all
were
saying?
just kicking it.
I'm on the
You
east
saw
side.
Judah pushing up on the Venezuelan chicks.
Yeah.
All right.
No. The Asha,
Yeah.
you know, because on the east side over there by Yates and so
Right.
forth, when we were doing our business before the Edomite acted the fool,
Right.
we sit over there. And what was Venezuela doing? They mixed and mingled with
Mixing and
Jake.
mingle hard,
They
right?
just like that movie, 12 Years a Slave. Soon as he got the cutoff and he was Jake was escaping and saw Gad in the woods, and then they say, "Oh shit!" The next scene it was kicking and party. That's what they doing. Majority of them cool. Not to say there ain't no little minor skirmishes, because Jake beef with Jake, but Jake don't beef Jake like the way Esau trying to push it.
So
Esau
clearly,
trying to push it. that
clearly
way.
this is an agenda.
It's an
And so
agenda.
it's the same thing with Diddy. It's a distraction.
Right.
All right. It's saying, once again, it says the last straw was struggling African American, and they love to push that, which is it was a hateful, racist lie right there. We're neither African nor American. All right. We're Israelites. They know very well that the people who came over here on the slave ships were that came from Africa, that they weren't from Africa, that they were refugees from
Right.
the land of Israel, and that's factual. indisputable truth. All right, and they keep wanting to push that whole African American lie. All right, so they need and both Africa is named in for the namesake of a white man, and America's namesake for the sake of a white man, but yet you call them black people.
Right.
How fucking much sense does that fucking make, man? These people. But anyway, it says he says that they are furious seeing the government money going to what they call non-citizens. All right, but it says but Muhammad 53 who's gone straight, so he's good now.
He took
And runs, then you know what, Esau, then you take Muhammad and make him a CEO or make him a manager and control of one of your large companies.
No.
Since you like him so much.
Right.
All right? Exactly. No, and let's not get ahead of ourselves.
And you remember Trading Places, right? And they say,
Right.
are you really going to have a nigger running that company?
Pretty much.
Exactly.
No. They'll do it
Exactly.
for a face or for a particular gimmick, but they're not going to have you
Exactly.
really running shit.
You better believe
Once you
Muhammad
introduce
took
him to
that.
your daughter or something, you know,
Right.
give him right. And this is but Muhammad 53 who's going straight and runs a street patrol and violence prevention program called Ex-Cons for Community and Social Change, says Venezuelan gangs flooding shelters and taking over apartment buildings are the last straw for the struggling African American community. So it's really hateful. Like I said, Esau keeps pushing that, and they just put a lie in the New York Post. That's completely untrue. No Venezuelans have taken over any apartment complexes here in Chicago. You know, they may have done that out in Colorado, but they have not done that in Chicago. And they definitely haven't done it in the Jake neighborhood. Jake in the hood is different in Chicago. All right, we literally, you know, and I'm not bragging on it, boasting on it, but we're talking about the wildest niggas in the whole country. All right, ain't nobody wild. There's some wild niggas in New York, wild niggas in Philly, you know, in New Orleans, Mississippi. You got wild ass niggas, man.
DMX got it wrong.
Right, and man, DMX fumbled. These niggas in Chicago is different, man.
Hey,
All right, so you ain't coming and just taking over their shit.
it's funny that you
All right.
say that.
I got a priest. Go ahead, Pops.
Now, it's funny that you said that a few years back when that fire marshal was investigating that house that had burned. It was next to a fucking a house that, you know, slang out of, and they had him on. They had channel 9 and 7 and 32, and another station was out there.
Oh,
And
yeah.
They was filming, and while they was doing this, them niggas got to busting at the police on fucking TV. Everybody ducking, so like you said, them niggas don't give no fuck about nothing.
Yeah,
Um,
These cats around here is different, man. You're gonna have to drone these niggas. You ain't gonna be able to send in the Venezuelan gangs for these cats, man. All right.
This is Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Esau Edom is setting up the narrative, is setting up the whole wop the bam that he's doing. But the Lord has said he's disappointing the devices of the crafty. Who's the crafty? Esau Edom.
Right.
All right. He said his hands cannot perform their enterprise. They're not going to be able to complete. They're not going to be able to win. The Lord is putting wounds under what Obadiah. He's setting wounds under them. All right. He's pitting them against each other.
Let me finish this. It is impossible to release gang members and criminals into our community through the borders and the broken walls and infiltrate them in our community that's already impoverished and broken. Muhammad told in the Post last week on the O Block, a stretch along South King Drive that's considered the most dangerous in the city, man. All right, so, you know, and here it says Tyrone Muhammad 53, a former enforcer for the Gangster Disciples, who did 20 years in state prison, now runs a violence prevention program in Chicago inner city. He's warning the Chicago may go up in flames because of the growing tension between local gangs of Venezuelan criminal migrants, the Trende Aragua, and that's completely not true. But what is going to happen in Chicago is going to go up in flames, but it won't be because of the differences between. Yeah, says when the black gang, see, and here you go with that black shit again. Here are fed up with the illegitimate. Black gangs are not concerned about illegitimate people. Black gangs are concerned about they block, they drugs,
Yeah.
and
That
they
media
shit.
circle.
They ain't even they don't even think like that. And these because they small minded, they really are. Said He said when black gangs are fed up with the illegitimate and criminal activities, all their activities is
Illegitimate and
Wait,
criminal.
How you gonna be a bigger criminal than me?
Right, right.
You know,
Anything they were trying to link up and and exploit it
that's
together.
exactly
like
what's
you
gonna
said,
happen.
Elder, right,
They
exactly.
trying to prevent them from linking up. What they don't want is they don't want these militant, paramilitary gangbanger niggas teaching these black niggas. They don't want these brown niggas teaching these black niggas them guerrilla tactics, the military tactics. That's what they scared of. So they trying to push a narrative of separation. Just like I was talking about the video with Gorilla Nails that's on the on the YouTube right now, talking about the beef that they trying to spark up between Judah and Ephraim out in NYC, out in Coney. All right, but it says there will be nothing the National Guard or government can do about it when the bloodshed hits the streets. It's blacks against migrants. No, that's they're trying to push that false narrative.
Right.
That's not what the Bible says, Muhammad. You need to stop reading the Quran and read the Bible. Come back to your heritage, bro. It says the latest figures show that Chicago has spent almost $500 million over the last 42,000 migrants who arrived since 2022, which could be so, but Edomites are just as, if not more, angry about this than so-called blacks, and they had a video that went with this.
I got a scripture.
Go ahead, brother, bring
This
it out.
is Isaiah 11 and 13. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. Like we said, they getting along. We see them in the neighborhood and whatnot. Like I said, when they started popping up, and the brother was teasing me, he's like, let's wait till the weather breaks, pops. So you'll see what you go see. And whatnot. It was like, once the weather broke, it was like, damn, they changed the landscape. Give you something to look at now, for real. For
Yeah,
real.
and hey, you know, you can say what you want to say. A lot of them Venezuelan women is fine as fuck.
That's
All
fine.
Facts.
right, a lot of them. All right. So, but now, and why you think Judah getting with them? And they right there in the hood.
Yeah.
Right. And I done seen plenty of them riding on the buses, hugged up with Judah. And then Judah figured, you know, they ain't a lot of Judahites ain't, except for these low level niggas like Muhammad just out of prison. They ain't fucking with black women like that.
Right.
So it's like, well, I'm gonna get one of these pretty ass Venezuelans who getting all these benefits, and that's exactly what they doing.
Right.
That's exactly what they doing.
Right.
But the thing is that Esau is really angry about it, so he's trying to cause a division because he's feeling, and he the same way he's trying to use Diddy, you know, as a distraction because we got, you know, I don't know what my phone is tweaking. It's just doing shit, man.
Bad.
Yeah,
Esau
won't let me
bad.
go live. But yeah, it just starts talking and shit. Commercials. But but Edomites, but Esau is really, you know, trying to use Diddy and make Diddy the face of all this Hollywood
Discourse.
sexual scams and child molestation and all that shit. No, man, what about Epstein and Epstein's list? All right, all these presidents and the CEOs and mentioned it, as soon as Diddy got indicted, all these CEOs stepped down the next day. Why? It's just a coincidence?
Did you see the movie Blink Twice?
Yes.
That was that. And it was on the island with what? But that was like Epstein. That was an insider movie, bro.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
That was telling you something. That
It was
movie was
yeah,
heavy.
That was Epstein.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah.
basically what
The
was
island,
happening.
yeah, it was the island, and they basically came over there and they would drug motherfuckers. They do whatever they fuck. Esau will tell you on the left hand side his MO and what they're doing. See, but like you said earlier, the face of it has to be a Negro, Latino, Native American. Esau don't want no damage.
And here's the flip side of it. You know, and not that I'm going to what's up, brother?
No, go ahead.
Not that
What was the movie called?
blink twice.
Okay, come.
It's a heavy deal. You really need to see it.
Yeah, that was.
Cause yeah, that was Epstein Island and Hollywood and all the shit they do all wrapped up in one, man.
Okay.
And then a lot of these women that were victims really weren't victims at all. They were
Right.
willing participants. They already knew the deal. You ain't getting on no plane with no billionaires and fly to an island and just get to drink you know, $1,000 bottles,
planes.
$1,000 bottles, you know, $500 plates, you know, of food, all day long, massages and yoga and all this shit, incense and
Weed.
drugs, and you
fine.
and it, you know, and you just get to just kick it and you know, and nothing happens.
Right.
No, yeah, no, you getting it. So it's just like when you jump in the car with that baller, you already know what it is, man.
That's right.
All right. So they, you know, so they just acting like they so shocked,
It's so innocent.
you know, and so innocent. And then it turns out, you know, I don't want to spoil it, but you know, these bitches that were kept going, and then it also was the pushing of the technology of the MOTB.
Yeah.
It was everything wrapped up in one. That was a heavy ass movie,
it
man.
was. That was a
But
big
but what happens? I'll tell you this much. I don't want to ruin it for you. But there's a snake, whatever drug that they're using, and these were dealing with drug companies.
True that.
So all that, all
Venom.
right,
All
and
that.
this, and basically, this snake bite would basically make the drugs. They were trying to kill all the snakes on the island
So
because
we'll make you
if the
remember it.
snake bit you, it counteracted the drugs they were giving.
And make you remember.
And so you start remembering.
Dang.
So all of a sudden the bitch got bit, and then they disappeared her, and her friends like, where's my friend? What friend? And none of the girls remembered her. All right,
Wow.
and then she sipped some of the serum. I forget how.
Right.
All of a sudden she started remember when she got butt fucked and when all the dudes was banged, you know, chain banging her and all that. She started remembering and then so then basically she started giving it to all the girls, you know. But they already knew the deal is what I'm saying. You already knew what was going down on that island.
Right.
You don't get to get in the limousine and go to the VIP and pop bottles and sit up with Diddy and Kelly, you know.
Oh, I went to Diddy party, but I left at 2 o'clock in the morning. I left at 3. I left, there was nothing going on. I was wondering.
When I left,
Why was everybody?
I put my clothes back. I mean, my clothes were on.
Yeah, right.
Shut up, bitch.
Marlon Wayne looking
Lying
at
ass.
and all. It's a whole bunch of now everybody who I was there, Jaguar White, but it wasn't me. Looking there, man. No, y'all was part of it. Y'all play with it, and y'all do whatever the fuck you want to do with it to get the benefit out of it. And now you're trying to go ahead and save face now.
Yeah, so you know, and exactly. So once again, you know, Diddy is just a
Distraction.
he's a major distraction,
And he's a peon.
and he's a fall guy because he's
Yeah.
because you know
Scapegoat.
we're talking because he's a billionaire. He's a billionaire, but the people on Epstein's list, you had trillionaires on that list. You had royalty.
See, they
Yeah,
don't
you
understand
had-
the difference between a billion and a trillion.
Yeah,
The difference between a million is 1,000 million getting 1 billion.
Look,
a
man.
1,000 billions get you 1 trillion.
If you're
got
at a table with trillionaires,
you ain't
a
nothing.
billionaire, you're not even welcome to sit at that table.
They'll
Right?
bankrupt
And
you
you a
like that.
fucking billionaire.
You bankrupt.
But it's like, you know, they sit down and they looking at you like why are you here? Right. Stop eating my cake.
He was a billionaire, couldn't even get on the,
And see, that's what they don't understand. A trillionaire, you need 1,000 billions to get to a trillion. There's no list of trillionaires. They'll make you think that the best is Bezos. The best is no. You got Vanguard.
They're the big fish in the small pond.
Come on, bro.
You have an ocean, and in that ocean there are some huge fish, and Diddy is a big fish in a small pond because he's a billionaire. When you got when you in a pond, you in a thing of water that got millionaires in it. Diddy's a standout. Diddy did it. Diddy did it, right? But you put Diddy in that same body of water with them trillionaires.
Man.
He's a minnow.
Right.
He's a minnow, and all the other fish eat minnows.
He smells.
Not even that.
Right?
Not even that. He's an amoeba that these motherfuckers
Amoeba, goddamn.
Right. No, because the power, the true powers that be. All right, the banking elite.
Them small hats.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
It all goes back to them, and that's what I was breaking down to Hugo earlier today.
Yep.
All right, and be there behind everything. I said every organization, alphabet committees, the alphabet law enforcement committees, the Band-Aid companies, you know, the banking cartels, you know, that's all the small hats, man.
Yeah.
Why is it that they have so much power in this country?
Right. And they use a thing called secrecy. And so here it is, they put these other people as faces of, you know, these different companies and these, you know, whatever. So And even like the president, you know what I'm saying? And people think that, you know, these so-called presidents, you know, are running, the, you know what I'm saying, everything. Well, no.
They get ran up in.
Exactly. But the thing
They show
is,
you movies when they bring a president before the board of owners.
Yep. And,
Absolutely.
and the thing is, because they know that the powers that be know that they're the wicked. Now, of course, they're not going to sit up here and come and tell you that they're the wicked. But here it is. They put all these faces for you to see to make you think that these are the people in power. So when all shit go to hell, you know what I'm saying, and go wrong, you don't come to them. You know what I'm saying? You get on who you think is in power. You know?
Hey, Daniel 6.
The face of it.
The
Daniel,
face of it.
Daniel
That's it.
6:1. It pleased Darius, who was the real power, to set over the kingdom 120 princes, which should be over the whole kingdom.
Exactly,
And over
right.
these 3 presidents, of whom Daniel was the first, that the princes might give accounts unto them, the presidents, and the king should have no damage. That's just, Esau's been following the same MO. He set up
Plausible dynasty,
presidents,
and now they're doing-
premiers, goddammit, dictators or whatever the fuck, and behind the scenes, that's why Anshel Byers said it. He said, "Give me control of the money. I care not who is king." Loosely paraphrasing this
No,
quote.
no, that's-
He
that's
said,
it.
"As long as I got the money, these motherfuckers got to come to me for the money."
Yeah.
So I'll say, "I'll give you the money if you do A, B, C, X, Y, Z," and that's why all these kingdoms are now under the bankers, because they control not only the money but the people who run the country.
Yeah, then they set up people to set up different organizations to do the same thing. So it's a money trail. Columbo told you way back in the 70s, man.
that is-
Follow the money.
That's
If
my
you
favorite-
wanted,
that's
you
my
wanted,
favorite detective
you wanted to follow. Yeah, Columbo. That's what he did. He
Yeah.
always looked for who benefited.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, who's making money off this? And that's when he would find. And there was always some super rich man, you know,
Yeah.
which was
And he come
usually
in-
which was a small hat.
And he
Okay,
came in
now-
his little trench coat, looking like a bum.
Yeah.
And he came up there looking like
Slow
crazy and
talking,
shit,
whatnot,
slow
right.
talking. But then he'll go ahead and slick their ass
Right.
right after getting destroyed.
Right, and then had the foot soldiers come to put the cuffs on him and walk him away.
That's it.
All right, but yeah, I'm gonna give you another perfect example of there we go, Columbo. Right,
That's my guy. I'm gonna watch some Zen tonight.
right. Columbo was the shit, man.
It's crazy.
All right. But
Because we like the truth, and Esau know about the truth, and they don't promote the truth. You have to really have a mind to actually research the truth. That's
well,
what I'm going to tell
Columbo
you.
came along during a time period when you actually had investigative reporting.
That's right.
So there were a lot of different shows with reporters who did the same thing.
That's
You
right.
get to the- and so that became a thing of the past.
Yeah.
No, y'all gonna get emails and printouts, and
Right.
this is what you're gonna report on. This is what you're gonna read. I don't give a damn what the people you investigated and interviewed, April O'Neil. All right, we don't
Yeah,
care.
wow,
Well,
wow.
you know what you investigated and found out. Here's the story right here. This went to every other news agency, and this is what you're gonna read on your evening, morning, and afternoon news, and that's what they all do. All right, ain't no more investigative. There it is, man. Before you say that, Nagab, perfect example is Black Lives Matter. And I made a comment on a video, and even all the white people had to agree with me. I said Black Lives Matter is a white organization with a black name.
George Soros.
There you go. And black and right, Antifa's a part of it. All of it's George Soros. But I said, but Black Lives Matter is a white organization with a black name, so that when things go wrong and go sideways, that they're looking at black people and not looking at the source of the problem.
Yeah.
And they all and there was so many white people that was like, this is they even agreed with it, because it's beyond obvious at this point for anyone who actually is looking at. But then for the small-minded, fucking Black Lives Matter, fucking niggers. It's like, how stupid are you, man? Black Lives Matter does nothing for so-called black people, especially heterosexual black men. You can't even be a part of Black Lives Matter if you're a heterosexual black man. They only support the alphabet lifestyle stuff. If you ain't an alphabet lifestyle dude, you can't get down. You can't come in there with no masculinity.
Oh yeah.
All right, looking at cleavage and cheeks, talking about, damn, there's a lot of women in this motherfucker. I like to volunteer and help. They're like, oh no, not you, sir. Right, exactly. Pretty much.
You know,
Exactly.
Damn.
You know, so that's not how they get down anyway, man.
Right.
So BLM is not for so-called. There's no such thing as black people. It's actually a very hateful name. that our people are still stupid enough to hold on
Roll
to.
with.
All right, and roll with it. But BLM is not for the so-called black community at all. It's just furthering that alphabet lifestyle that Esau has pushed, and they used Obama to do it.
Yep.
All right, they used Obama to do it. Who's a damn Hamite? He's not even the same as a so-called Negro.
Yeah.
He's an actual African. Okay.
Yeah, when he was trying to get elected and whatnot, Trump said, "I'll show you my tax returns if you show us your birth certificate." He was like, "Nah."
We gonna. Right. He's just gonna make that phone call, and the media's gonna redirect. All right. Obama's a very strong insider. All right. For now, anyway. So maybe they don't need him anymore. But right now, he's not breaking no rules. He's doing everything they want him to do.
Yeah.
He married to a dude that's masquerading as a woman.
Right?
You know,
that.
yeah, and she ended up dead shortly thereafter.
That's right.
As soon as she said it, that was one of the last things she said.
John Rivers, yeah, he's a
You know
he's the
Michelle.
first gay president.
Michael?
You know Michelle is Michael.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, here's something let me share with you in case you didn't know it. The name Michelle is just the French way of saying Michael. But there's not supposed to be any women named Michelle.
Wow.
It's not a female name.
Oh, they said it in
It's not Michelle is Michael. The name Mitchell, the name here Mitchell here in America, Mitchell is just Michael.
right.
It was spelled a different way, but in this country they started pronouncing it. They started pronouncing it Mitchell, but it's actually Michael. Mitchell and Michael is the same name. Why? Because I looked the name up.
Right.
All right, and so all the offshoots of the name Mitchell is like the second or third one.
Wow.
All the different offshoots of the name Michael. All right, so there's a lot that we don't know, man. That's just kept from us by these devils who play in the shadows.
The 2 points they showed that in Hancock when he threw that little Edomite boy's name. His name was Michelle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yep. The boy name was. Yep.
yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah, he was French.
He was
Yep,
French. Yeah,
absolutely.
he was French. And then the second thing, a lot of those news reporters, like Edgar Cabral brought out a long time ago, they failed actors. So what they do, they go into the news industry.
That's exactly what they are. They failed. They either tried the porn industry, they weren't popular, right? Or they tried the acting,
Didn't have to make it.
they didn't have it, so they ended up. So a lot of them end up being, news reporters and stuff like that. Because you'll find out that they were in plays, they tried Broadway, they tried something, they just didn't have it, right? They said, but you know what we can do? We can use you to here.
Yeah, you can read the script.
Right, you can read a script, you have a certain look. Well, you know what, let's lose the beard, Mr. Mitchell, Mr. Michael. Let's just lose the beard, all right? Yeah, that nice bald, clean shaved face. Yeah, we can use you, sir. You speak really well. We can use you.
Oh, don't forget, just kind of like tone your voice down, make it more.
Yeah, pull a little bit of that bass.
Yeah, you can. We don't need that.
You
bass.
know,
We don't
take
need
the,
that bass.
take some of the bass and passion out of your voice. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
take that rumble on the end of it all.
Right.
I want you to speak more like a Tyler Perry character. You know.
They finally
Shakespeare.
let me go live.
So
finally got you on live.
yeah.
And I had to uninstall it. I just didn't update it this time. I just used the old. It just shows you.
Yeah, man. Well, we know we close to the family of the word, beloved.
Yep.
Like I said, I couldn't go live. I went on the smallest channel I have, and it let me go live. It was like the same thing that happened yesterday on the line. It did it again. It wouldn't let me go live on Malcolm because that's the only channel I usually go live on is Malcolm. All right, and every now and then I go live on GMS Maccabean Spirit. All right, but they wouldn't let me do it.
Oh no, you want to go live and 10,000
Wouldn't
people
let
are
me do it,
listening
man.
to you? Hell no.
See, he want to control the narrative.
Right.
See, what Esau doesn't know, the Lord said it. We brought it out earlier. He's going to disappoint them in their enterprise. But Esau don't know this, all right? Because wickedness by its own nature is timorous. It's already soft ass, wicked ass shit. The Most High already got them fucked up. All right, this right here, this calls to the righteous. This to the hopeful righteous elect. They will rise above the bullshit. If you're not on that level, you're going to fall.
You're gonna fall
So
into it.
Esau's kingdom is falling. The heathen kingdoms are falling. And the 2/3 ideology is falling.
That's
This
right.
is all for Yahweh Shemel Shai and the hopeful righteous elect. So now we know we got a short time. Esau's throwing up all kind of distractions. All right. Matter of fact, even you go to UFC, the UFC cards have been like blinded. Why? Because it's bread and circuses, and it's going to be some more. It's going to be some. Oh, that boom bada. I don't even watch boxing, but the last pay-per-view or whatever, there's like, man, they got a boxing one. They fighting. And there's like all these three like major fights that can individually be damn near a pay-per-view.
Right. Yeah, Javante Davis was fighting on the same night that a UFC card was big.
The Esau is revolted and gone. Jake is revolted and gone. The heathens are revolted and gone. The only thing right now is the hope for righteous elect. All right, we're the only ones fighting, the only ones being obedient, the only ones doing what the work of the Lord say to do. Outside of that, 99%, 8 billion people, approximately 8 billion people on the planet. If you take, say, 2 to 3 billion are Israelites, even in that, it's only a remnant. You got 5 to 6, 7 billion people who are heathens, about to just be destroyed and die. All right, with outside of the remnant of them, they're going to help build up our kingdom.
That's what I say. You got to
This
have our
is-
slaves though.
This is done. America's done. The heathens are done. All the systems are done. All they're doing is propping up the stock market, propping up this market, propping up that market. Everything is fucking done. And it's evident. But people don't watch the spirit. People don't watch the real news. They listen to Esau's
What the
prognosticator,
narrative.
and it's going to fall.
Well, look, like Elder Malcolm was saying earlier, you know, these small hatters even got it in their Talmud where they got to tell on themselves. Okay? They got to tell on themselves.
They want to be as if they're not.
So the evil that they do isn't brought against them. But according to the scripture, Psalms 64 and 8, their tongue is going to fall on them. Okay? And all we got to do is just tune in. For the hopeful elect and the men that's doing the real work, all you do is tune in the current events and all this other kind of stuff. All you got to do is actually tune in and match the scriptures up.
Hey, Pops, just like the detectives.
Right.
The homicide, I gotta do is just shut the fuck up. And
The criminal will tell on himself sooner or later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I got a client. My client Natalie has been my client for quite a few years. You know, I like Natalie, and you know, we be chopping it up all the time. I mean, I see her, you know, 3-4 times a week, every week. But her neighbor is a cop,
Right?
and her job, the only job she has, is to go on the internet, to go on Facebook, and look at the criminal activities and stuff that gangbangers put up. And most of their arrests come from them videos that they
Telling
put up with
themselves.
themselves. They there. She said all we got to do. We ain't got. They made investigative work real easy because you know it's because he said oh somebody just got shot up. Well then let's monitor this and that and they monitor that and that and sure enough.
Right.
Got that nigga.
Got that nigga.
Stupid ass.
Nintendo.
Right. You put right. Click right. Yeah.
Look.
Hit him with that cobra. Now he slumped over. Your dumb ass.
Right. What they don't see is that the Esau got them taking the pictures, showing the shit, showing the guns, showing the shit, and then go rap about it, and all that shit matches the fuck up.
There you go.
That
So
stupid
they
ass.
done did the work for the detective. So he just put the sound bites together. He put the videos together, and then he just gonna pick your stupid ass up, bring you to court, and play that shit. And then here you go.
And then I gotta correct you, stupid.
You looking stupid. I hate Jake, man. They so dumb. They so stupid.
But so
All right.
wise. Wise to do evil.
And then they make us look bad, man. Because that's the image.
That
That-
everybody's seen.
Exactly. Like that's who we are. That's not who we are. That's who you niggas are, man. You 2/3 niggas who already marked for death, man.
That's it. But y'all gotta die.
And guess what? The very people we talking about, these are the very people that are talking about and focusing on Diddy. Meanwhile, you're on the verge of the third walk.
That's
In a collapsing society with horrible food. They tagged the shit out the skies 2 days ago, and now it's raining today. So
Right.
Yeah.
so
Oh,
so tomorrow gonna be the muscle aches, the headaches, the dizziness, the fucking
Mucus.
mucus all in your head and shit.
See, that's funny
Right.
you say that because this whole summer, I've never had. I had softball games all summer. I've never had it in the middle of the heat of summer where I have to put long sleeves on in summer. They've been fucking with this weather so bad this year. They have went over and beyond the Call of Duty to the point where in the middle, we did remember y'all, I don't remember if you did that tournament that was in Oakland. How in the morning is 90 degrees, but then the next week it was another tournament, another joint. It was like 60 degrees. Like, this is supposed to be summer. How the fuck I got long sleeves on in summer to go play softball in summer? It's cold. They've been fucking with shit. Esau, what people don't really understand is the wickedness of Esau. They don't believe him. They believe that everybody's got a modicum of good because everybody thinks that they got a modicum of good. No, they're evil, they're wicked, and they hate you. They want to kill you. They're trying to destroy you.
Yeah, and the rabbis keep telling you that white Christianity is Esau Edom. The Esau. Esau is Edom. All right?
They eat them next
And- yeah, they are. It's kind of funny because they completely condemn
Esau
it.
versus Esau.
But you know, but everyone wants to come against the Hebrew Israelites. Well, why is that?
That's right.
Because we're the only ones telling the truth. No one was coming against the Catholic Church with all the pedophilia that was going on in it.
Absolutely.
No one was
Still to
coming
this
against
day.
the Christian churches with all the alphabet lifestyle that was going on in it.
To this day.
All right, no one was coming against that, man. The Pope would say that the God made a mistake. It's okay to be gay. Nobody, no apologist rose up. Vocab didn't come running. You know, he didn't charge. He didn't come with his Bible. You know, nothing, none of that,
He didn't
man.
come wielding the Bible.
Exactly, none of that, man.
Did you hear the new one with the Pope? With about Yahweh Shai? They said that he was supposed to bend back. He said he was drinking. I think they said that he was drinking. He got drunk, and he ain't coming back when he said he was coming back. Bro, yes. It was in the new, man. Don't make me gotta go find the article. He probably not come back because he was drunk when he was doing the red wine, and he just.
And didn't the scriptures say
He was drunk
that
and he
the
was
Lord-
telling them disciples.
the Lord would not, the Lord that changes not, man. All right, and he cannot break his word. The Yahweh Shai and the Father is one. So Yahweh Shai is not going to do anything opposite of what the word has said, man. And the scriptures, it clearly said that he would not let wine touch his hips, his lips, until he drinks it with his servants in the kingdom, man.
But you saying that it said that Yahweh Shai was here drunk and don't remember what he said? Peep this.
No, let's read this madness, man.
That's the lucky, bro.
And we're gonna get ready to wrap, man. So yeah, let's just show the buffoonery and the lies of Esau and the small hats. I see.
Yeah.
This is how you know that the small hats control the Catholic Church.
Yeah,
Because they wear the
small hats.
they wear the yarmulkes.
They come around and show the cameras before you.
This is from Waterford Whisper News, but it was multiple outlets. I just clicked on this one. Jesus was, that's
I know,
really referring to
I know.
Yahweh Shai, not coming back by the looks of it, amidst the Vatican.
They cut it.
A spokesman.
Amidst the Vatican. So where is the word Vatican in the Bible?
It's not there.
All right. Where's the word Catholic in the Bible?
Not there.
Is the word immaculate conception as those phrases in the Bible? Has anyone found them yet?
No.
No.
It says
Okay.
Jesus not coming back by the looks of it amidst the Vatican. The spokesman for the Vatican has officially announced today that the second coming of Jesus, Yahweh Shai, the only Son of God, may not happen now after all, but urging followers to still continue with their faith regardless of the news.
All right. Wow, man. 3 scriptures. Bring out what you got. Get that Deuteronomy 33:29.
Yeah,
Your
found
enemies
lives.
shall be found lives.
Any other one you would tell them to get? 'Cause I was gonna
You
read
got one. What you holding?
Isaiah 59.
Because I was going to say what they said. They said, we just feel Jesus is not coming back by the looks of it. He said,
This now you know that they don't deal with prophecy at all.
At all.
All right. And get the one, Pops. Get the one that said Edom, his end will be without honor.
it's been ages. Like, he's probably flat out doing other really good things for people somewhere else. Nearly 2,000 years ago, Jesus promised his disciples that he would come again in chapter John 14, 1-3.
Second Ezra 6, 27, 20. 27, 28. Those will be the last one.
There are many homes up where my Father lives, and I'm going to prepare them for your coming. When everything is ready, then I will come and get you, so that you can always be with me where I'm at. If this weren't so, I would tell you plainly. The Vatican defended Jesus' broken promise, claiming he was probably drinking wine at the time when he made these comments. Having the ability to turn water to wine has its ups and downs.
God damn.
I thought about doing a lesson on
So
it.
so I'm just gonna
make.
make water to wine and just get drunk every damn day. What did I say? Did
I forgot.
promise?
I forgot. But I said I'm coming. That's next millennium. You know what I'm saying? But they make a mockery of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and its return.
That's
And
why
this
they
is-
gonna get
This
put
is
to
in the
the sword,
news.
man.
That's how I saw it. It was in the news. What's the brother? In the news. You know what I'm saying? It was,
I don't know why.
yeah, Khan. It's in the news. Fuck. This is what Esau Edom is pushing.
That's why Esau is about to be a victim of his own blessing, man. In the worst way. All right, in the worst way, man. Bring out those scriptures, Baba Kushai.
This is Isaiah 59:15. Yet truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. And the Lord Yahweh saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. Right? Because we're the only ones that's standing up for the testimony of Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ and actual truth in this earth, man. Everybody else has either sold out for the bag or they're just going with the motions, man. They fully accepted what's going on in society right now.
Kind of wrong judgment constantly goes forth in this place. Next scripture. Whoever got it.
Anybody else got something?
Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 33 and 29. It says, "Happy are you, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people saved by Yahweh, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency. And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places."
Yeah, and basically when we speaking the truth, you know, their media, New York Post and that, whatever that site was, those are their high places, man. Because they're standing and living on based upon lies, and you know, what's his name, Voltaire, in the time of lies, speaking the truth is a revolutionary act.
That's right.
You know, Yacht got that T-shirt that said what, you know, some things you know could get you killed or some shit like that. You know, so it's a danger. That's why I say what I say, because I don't say it because it sounds like it's some cool shit to say to start a video. We really are risking our lives and our freedom when we speak this truth, man. You know, the true men of the Lord, you know, all the laborers out there, with the apostle elders on down. You know,
It's like that's all me.
Kinda.
I just putting that because if you go and this is a good topic to put out there.
yeah, I'm definitely Lord's will.
I
I'm
just
gonna do
put-
something on this.
I just put Jesus, just put in the term Jesus not coming back by the looks of it amidst the Vatican. Google that phrase. You're gonna get a dozen articles.
yeah, and then we're
and
gonna
they're
give
show
you,
you that.
and we're gonna give you a dozen precepts to say the opposite.
That's
Scripture
it.
said Yahweh Shai was perfect.
That's it.
So that,
Yeah, nigga, you gotta do a lesson, brother.
yeah.
And I gotta do one too because look, things are drying the fuck up. Esau knows that he has but a short fucking time, according to
A
the
man
brother.
didn't shut down his trucking company for nothing.
Come on, bro.
He who just ups and shut down. He's like, fuck, bro, and drive Uber. I'm gonna shut down my trucking company, and I'm gonna drive Uber now. All right.
It's coming going down.
Yeah, he's got a fleet of trucks he's trying to sell now.
Yeah.
Dude live 2 blocks from me.
Mhm.
All right. He can't. He's like, fuck, bro. You know.
Because it's not working.
It's
Everything is falling out. Matter of fact, I was just at Jules the other day, and my daughter was trying to. She wanted some cereal, and I said, "Baby, you know we don't get cereal." She's like, "Why not?" I said, and I gave her a box and looked at and all the ingredients. She said, "Oh shit!" And so, when I went to the end of the aisle, at the end of the aisle, it looks like it's full boxes. If you look on the side view, it was nothing behind the first box.
yeah. They push everything up to the
Yeah,
front.
Yeah.
false sale.
Yeah.
They push everything
Yeah.
up to the front, and that's in most of the stores.
Yeah, and I'm like, see this, and I'm teaching her to show her. That's why the scriptures say, "He that teacheth their child discipline." What does it say? He that teaches his son discipline the enemy, or
Yeah, man.
this
Shut down all the
enemy.
little family business. I remember last time I was down south.
So like,
I went to my aunt's store because they had the store and the record shop right next to each other. The record shop part was shut down, so nobody buy records anymore.
Right.
All right, that was shut down, and I walked in that store and it looked like a scene out of The Walking Dead. You ever walk? You know The Walking Dead when they walk into the stores and they all dusty and you
Right,
know,
right,
and
yeah.
there's still stuff on the shelves and shit. I was like, damn, this shit is dead. Dude. I'm waiting for somebody to stumble out the back, brains. You know, I was like, damn, this, you know, this motherfucker's done, man.
Here's the scripture, Sirach 30:3. He that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
Yeah, so they don't want the truth to be told. They don't want it to be taught, man. You know, it's not something that they want at all.
That's right.
All right.
It's a rap for Esau.
Yeah, what was that other scripture like for Second Ezra?
6
And
and
Pops, did
27.
you have one? Didn't I actually grab one?
Yeah, call for a couple.
7.
Yeah, 6, yes,
Yeah,
second
so,
Ezra 6
but I'm
27.
sure because
That his end will be without honor, Esau. That is, let me find it, man.
well, yeah, his end will be without honor. Is actually speaking of us in Wisdom of Solomon 5. So I know that's not.
I want to talk about Esau being destroyed. And his end would be
It's going down.
without honor. But go ahead, bring out yours, Lahab.
Yeah,
No, I already had brought my scripture out.
It was second Ezra 6 and 27 they called for.
Whoever got it, just
I
get
got it. This second Ezra 6 and 27. It says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched." It says, "As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which has been so long without fruit, shall be declared."
Man, read it again, brother.
Yeah, this
and
is
that's
a-
what's hurting them.
That's it.
The truth is being declared.
If I may, before you read
And the
it.
truth is them is like sunlight to a vampire.
Yeah,
You know? How would they when the sun hit them?
Right.
That's Esau.
That's it. And it reminds me of the Battle of Jericho. All they did was walk around in silence for, was it 7 days, 7 nights or something like that, if I'm wrong with the technical terms like it. But then when the Lord said, when it's time to lift up a shout, then that's going to bring the city down. We have not lifted up a weapon. We have not lifted up anything except the word of God. And it's bringing Esau down through the word of God.
That's right.
He said, Isaiah 58, cry aloud, spare not, lift up that voice like a trumpet. Only thing we're lifting up is the true word of God, and that's what's taking Esau, Edom
That's
down.
the power.
So that's why we have to continue to preach, continue to fuss, like the scripture says, the righteous complain continually, so that we can tear down Esau with the word of God, because the word of God is what's taking Esau down.
You know what? It pops. It is Wisdom of Solomon.
So, Wisdom of Solomon 3 and 19?
Is it?
Yeah, that
I
was
mean
the
3 and
one.
9 or 19.
3 and
It's the last 17. 3 and 19. Hard was the end of the
You know what? No, that wasn't. But that's a good one.
Yeah.
Definitely that goes. But yeah, pops, go ahead and read that.
Um,
That was another one though somewhere. That's all right. That's all good. These will work. These will work.
3:19, Wisdom of Solomon. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation.
No, Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1, brother.
Oh, 5
1
and
through
1.
5.
Okay.
The point is in 4. I mean,
Okay. All right, then Wisdom of Solomon 5 starting in 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labor.
mm-hmm.
When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
I just watched a whole video on how the chariot shut down the Chinese airport for 2 days, and they were trying to write it off on the news and say that they were drones, but then it's like that don't make sense because they got technology that zaps drones, and then drones are actually built with the technology in them that won't allow them to fly into airspace.
Right.
They'll shut down and stop working. And then these things were flying too high to be drones. And then another thing, that they were staying in the sky for too long. It's like, well, a drone, the most powerful drones, the ones that blow up and kill shit, have almost an hour flight time. And then the weaker ones get about a half hour. These drones were up in the sky for 15, 16 hours.
Right.
It's how a plane can't
Right.
just hovering and zipping around and moving and just sitting there, then stop and just sit there, sit in the same place for 2-3 hours,
No
then
helicopter.
start zipping and moving around again. Yeah. So they were trying to You know, they call them. Then some people call them UFOs and UAPs. We know what they are.
That's it.
That, and this scripture is actually talking about them. That's the strangeness of their salvation.
Okay.
But go ahead, continue, brother.
The strength of the salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spite shall say within themselves, this was he whom we have sometimes in derision and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness and his end to be without honor.
Con, and that's exactly what's going to happen. This is one that I actually wanted. Numbers 24 and 20. And when he looked on Amalek, he took up a parable and said, that's you small hatters. You proud ass small hatters. You false flaggers out there.
Right.
Amalek was the first of the nations, and everybody on the planet should know what nations comes first here on right now in this present time. Who comes first? And let's say it's the people who get reparations from a country that the supposed shit that happened to them didn't even happen here.
Right.
That shit didn't even happen here, but yet,
But we the ones that
you know, the main reparations continually coming from here.
the tax money.
All right, but it says, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations. Who runs the banks?
Right.
Who runs the movie industry?
Small
Who
cap.
runs the entertainment industry?
Small cap.
All right, who runs the banking system?
Small cap.
Who's at the head of all the medical systems?
Small cap.
Who's at the head of all the law enforcement?
Small.
So there we go. But his latter end shall be that he perish forever.
That's right.
That's right.
Hey, so with that, man, we're going to give all praises, all honor and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Rakakwadash,
Kwam Yasharala,
Kwam Yasharala,
Abba Babal.
Abba Babal.
That's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
It took me
They-
all that time.
Hey, they got mad about